And welcome back to the Hot Lap. We are talking the British Touring Car Championship. We're talking Hamilton of the Nicholas variety this time. Yes, Nick Hamilton, or Nicholas Hamilton, is back in the British Touring Car Championship for this year with unlimited motorsport. I'm excited. You're excited. Everyone's excited. Let's be talking about it after this. So as you can see, the post here on the Twitter thread, Nicholas Hamilton is back in the British Touring Car Championship with unlimited motorsport. And he's come out and said on the launch, there is a place in motorsport for disabled people to feel valued and accepted in multiple roles within the sport. And I want to open people's eyes to that. Now, the Olympics is open. Obviously, they've got their own category in relation to disabled people. The frustrating thing is motorsport there. There's the money there, certainly. They have the technology there, certainly, for people to go into motorsport on an even keel as possible. Let's say the technology is there, as Nicholas Hamilton has proven. He is a point scorer in the British Touring Car Championship. If you remember that race in Donington in the wet, where he chose, let's be fair, he chose the right tyres, and he did fairly well, didn't he? This is the video that the BTCC did, which I think is brilliant. He's back, obviously, keeps us guessing, and then suddenly, as the garage doors open, the light comes in. It's about to shine on the face of the man who's back in the BTCC, a Mr. Nicholas Hamilton, which I think is absolutely brilliant. With unlimited motorsport, the photo shoot here taken at Brands Hatch. I'm not sure how whether it was today or slightly previous, but still, it's absolutely brilliant. The number 28, my dad's birthday, which is funny enough tomorrow. And here we have, obviously, his they're going to be fans of Nick, aren't they? They're going to be inspired by Nicholas Hamilton, and he's done it, obviously, to show awareness of disabilities and the fact that, yes, you can go into motorsport. And this is his Facebook post in relation to it, which I think is quite interesting. And he says here, after having to walk away from the championship following my historical P6 result back in 2023, that's the Donington result, I went into a very difficult place mentally, where any thoughts of racing getting back on the grid looked unachievable. He said, but after a late opportunity with unlimited motorsport in December 2024, I picked myself up and worked hard in therapy to get myself back to a healthier place mentally and set my sights on raising the sponsorship to get back on the grid. Now, after 20 months away, I'm so proud to say that I am back. 2025, he says, is going to be a new chapter, but my mission remains unchanged. Bringing disability to the forefront of my motorsport. It's not about hiding from your condition, difficulty or struggles. It is about embracing them with pride and living to the edges of your own personal limits and abilities. And he says, this year I want to do something different and work with the incredible children at We Are Beams to showcase a powerful message. And there's the kids that are photographed with him. We'll get into that in a sec as well. That disabled individuals are welcome within motorsport in whatever role that may be. Together we stand, sit. However, it is most comfortable, uniting to inspire the next generation. Thank you to all my sponsors and partners who believed in me. My purpose, talent, and mission is to make all this possible. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. 10 out of 10. These are the pictures of the of his vehicle. I think it's a Cooper Leon. We'll get into that in a bit. But yes, and there are obviously the disabled children with him at Brands Hatch for that photo shoot, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. Just like his brother, he's inspiring people. He's using his platform for a very positive message. I mean, it's already gone out on Kentonline today. Lewis Hamilton's brother Nick hopes to raise awareness of inclusivity in motorsport with a new deal for the Falcon-based unlimited motorsport in British Touring Car Championship. Yeah, and there he is back on the grid. He's the only driver in the series history to compete with a disability. Hamilton, who has cerebral palsy, hopes to once again raise awareness of disability and inclusion in motorsport. And here is an interesting article. It's not recent, but I thought this was quite interesting to show the difficulties that Nicholas Hamilton actually has within motorsport. And it's how a high techno helped Lewis Hamilton's brother Nick overcome his disability to become a racing driver. So it says here that obviously he grew up around the track. But unlike his older brother Lewis, who was at the time a 6-time champion, he never thought he'd get the chance to race competitively. He's got cerebral palsy, and that's a disorder that affects 1 in every 400 children. Too many, when you think about it, and it's so sad. In the UK, and is the most common childhood motor disability. And he said, I didn't think I would have the opportunity to race. And he's now 20, at the time he was 28 years young, 7 years younger than Lewis. He's obviously in his 30s now. But the condition affects his legs and balance. It prevents him from being able to flex his ankles and use, as conventional foot pedals when driving. Yet this season he became the first disabled driver to score points in the British Touring Car Championship, a racing series established in 1958. He can compete. Now he's got Hamilton's car. It has a hand clutch on the steering wheel, which allows him to minimise the use of his legs. Now, made of carbon fibre, the hand clutch, it operates, if you know your clutch, like a regular foot pedal. And he says, when you release the clutch, you feel the bite point. I just have that through my hands. And to make the accelerator and brake pedals easier to use, they are extra wide and positioned so that Hamilton does not have to fully extend his legs, which I imagine he'd find quite difficult. And he also has a seat that's been specially moulded for his body. He's currently the only disabled driver in the championship, and that remains true to this day, racing against, at the time, it was 30 able-bodied athletes at speeds of 130 miles per hour. He came 15th in the race, scoring him 1 point that season. I'm the first disabled athlete to have done that. He's obviously done one better there, as we mentioned in Donington. And Hamilton says he's had a challenging childhood. When he was a baby, his parents were told he would never walk. And then there was also the issue of race to contend with. He said, I got bullied and got pulled backwards in my wheelchair and laughter. He says at his time of school, he said, I was the only black person at my school, so I was very singled out. Now, supported by his family, he had a major operation and it did years of physiotherapy to strengthen his legs, so that by the age of 17, he could walk unassisted. We've seen him. I've seen him in the Silverstone pit lane whereabouts last year for the Touring Car Championship. You probably noticed that on our video that we did there at Silverstone. The big question is that when he was doing is that when the deal started? Now he's age 7. His dad gave him a chance to drive a go-kart, and like his brother, go-karting sparked a passion for racing. He said, it gave me a purpose. It gave me a reason to overcome my condition. And last year, Hamilton helped launch the UK's first race academy for disabled drivers called Team Brit at the time. I mean, I think it's brilliant. The Academy aims to give any disabled driver with a full UK driving licence the chance to receive race coaching, mentoring and tuition, and it estimates there are 2 million disabled drivers in the UK. And he said, I would love, obviously, to see disabled people be able to access circuits and access the industry. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And you've got the ability in motorsport, for example, to try and limit the differences that a disabled driver would have with a driver, like they do, for example, with Nicholas Hamilton. And the fact he's managed to score points in what is one of the most competitive series in the world, let alone nationally, I think is absolutely amazing. This guy is a massive inspiration, isn't he? And so before we go, I'm just going to read the article for on the British Touring Car Championship website, and it's talking about Nicholas Hamilton. He's set to make his return for Unlimited Motorsport. He's no stranger to the BTCC, as he's the only driver, as we mentioned, in the series to compete with a disability. Returning after 20 months, his 23 season saw him secure an impressive 6th place finish at Donington, and that was race 2 of the opening weekend of the season. Now his mission is clear, obviously, to raise awareness of disabilities. Which is brilliant. He's back. We've seen that. He's returning with Unlimited Motorsport, and it marks the beginning of a new exciting chapter of his career. At this time, I hope he's here to stay, and he hopes to encourage disabled individuals to pursue their ambitions and push the limits of their own potential. As one of the most prominent advocates for disability inclusion in motorsport, Hamilton aims to empower others to embrace challenges and carve their own path in the sport. And the other reason why I think he's special, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, he's the only, I think, monster athlete in the British Touring Car Championship. No, there's no others, and there's enough champions there and race winners, but he's the only monster athlete, I believe, in the BTCC. So that's also something to celebrate. I think that's brilliant. Anyway, if you made it to the end, please give us a subscribe. Are you as excited as we are to see Nick Hamilton in the BTCC? I severely hope he's going to have a chance. He's going to have a chance of winning. It does. I do like the car. Although I admit, I thought the dark car with the monster on the bonnet, etc., was just as lovely. But anyway, I digress. So you just clicking on this is more than enough for us. But if you want to do a bit more, click that like button, click that comment button, comment below. Let us know what you think about Nicholas Hamilton in or back in the British Touring Car Championship. Stay tuned for more BTCC videos as we hot up. It's coming up to the end of March, and let's be fair, April is BTCC time. And until then, speak to you soon.